Hi, I'm Jennifer from the Wooster branch of the Wayne County Public Library, back with another bullet journal video. Today, let's take a closer look at collections, what they are, what kinds of collections you might want to use, and how to set them up. Collections are, for the most part, lists or collections of things you want to remember and reflect upon. They are not part of the bullet journal method, but many people like to use them because collections generally bring together pieces of information that are worth reviewing periodically. If you're someone who writes little lists and notes to yourself on random pieces of paper, and then can't always find the piece of paper you want, you might consider adding a collection to your bullet journal. And a collection can especially help you with tasks that seem overwhelming, like cleaning the house, or planning a vacation, or I want to exercise more this year. A collection dedicated to such an overwhelming task can help you identify all the little parts that make up that task so that you can get things done little by little. What might you put in a collection? Ultimately, you could probably create a bullet journal collection on anything you want. But the key question to ask yourself is, what do I need? If you've been writing lots of little notes to yourself about something, or you've been trying to keep track of something on all those little pieces of paper, maybe you want to collect all those notes in one place so you can do something about them. Just like everything else I've told you about bullet journaling so far, you can do whatever works for you. If you try creating a new collection and find it's more work than help, you don't have to do it again. It's just that simple. So let's take a look at some examples of collections. So here's one example of a collection you might use. This is one that I like to include every month in my bullet journal. It's just a simple list of gratitude. So for each day of the month, which I've listed here on the side, I can write down something I'm grateful for that day. Sometimes it's something special that's happened, some good news I've gotten, or maybe it's been so cloudy and dreary, we finally had a day of sunshine. It's just the little things that you just want to acknowledge and help boost your mood. Another thing that I tend to do every month in my bullet journal is a list of the books that I've read. So what I'll do is just make a page specifically for that and then write down the title and the author of the book that I've read. If it was really good, maybe I'll put a little rating after it. I just like to be able to go back and see, what was that book I was reading that was so good? I can find it now. Another thing you could do is a page or a part of a page just to kind of summarize your month and highlight some of the memories from it. This is one I haven't started filling in yet, but you can see I've just drawn a simple snowflake, and I figure I'll put some of the big memories around the different points of the snowflake, just for something a little more artistic. If you don't want to get artistic, if you want to just follow what somebody else has done, you can always print out a printable. And I'll show you one here, actually two, if you want to think about bullet journal cleaning spreads. So here's one that is just kind of a checklist based on the KonMari cleaning method. Or here's one that has a general checklist for your spring cleaning. You could just print one of these out and tape it into your bullet journal and then use that to go through and say, okay, I'm going to hit the kitchen this week and I'll do this, 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 and this, and check it off as you go. Really simple. If you want to start off your new year or in the middle of the year with a collection on your goals, you could do a printable for that or a really simple spread in your book with areas that you want to set some goals in. You write them down and then you've got something you can refer back to through the year. Other things that you might do for a collection would be, since we've done books read, maybe you would want to list movies or TV shows that you would like to binge watch. I mean, it's winter, the nights are long. Wouldn't you want to have something fun to do in the evening? You could do a list of that. If you're someone like me who always has a lot of different stitching or crafting projects going on, again, you could do a page or a part of a page and just jot down some ideas for projects you want to work on. Then you've got something where you've noted it in your index and you can come back to it and say, okay, I've done that, I'll check that off. Another fun thing to do, I don't have an example here, but something you could do is if you're planning a vacation or planning what you want to do on a break from school or just a break from work, you could set up a page with that. You know, what is your basic plan and what are you doing this day and that day and what do you need to prepare for it? What lists might you have? Packing list, or if you've decided you're staying at home and you're going to be cleaning, what cleaning products do you need to grab from the store? You can just come up with all sorts of ideas for how you might want to put your lists together into one larger collection in your book. Now, again, you might not want to do any of these collections. You might not want to do them more than once. You might decide it's something you want to do every month or maybe a couple of times a year, and that's totally up to you. Whatever it is you do, have fun with it. In the next video, I'll talk about a specific category of collections, self-care. A friend and I decided a couple of years ago that since February tends to be one of the most difficult months to get through, since it's in the dreariest depths of winter, we would designate February as our self-care month. So I will share some easy collection examples for taking care of your physical and mental health. If you have questions, drop them on the library's Facebook page and I'll try to answer. Don't forget, the Bullet Journalists group meets the third Saturday of every month on Zoom, and we talk about what we're learning from using our journals, as well as sharing ideas and experiments. If you're interested in joining us, you can register for the Zoom meeting through a link on Facebook or through the calendar of events on the library website at wcpl.info. And until the next video, happy journaling!